Hi tribe, we're twin oracles. Welcome to our channel, and we hope you're having a wonderful day.
So these are the tarot decks that we may or may not be using today. We for sure will be using the Affirmations deck, Words of Inner Wisdom by Lorraine Anderson. We have Love Oracle cards. We have the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. And we have the tarot cards Dark Forest from Etsy. Okay, so we're going to start by pulling a Words of Inner Wisdom from the Affirmations deck. Okay. The card that came out, card number 16, Give. Give someone all the things you wish someone had given to you. Beautiful. I just heard have a generous hand and heart. For those of you that are able to have a generous hand and to give generously, that's beautiful. And for those of you that can't, it's beautiful to have a generous, loving heart because that doesn't cost anything. And for everyone, it's beautiful to have a generous heart. Some of you may be experiencing heartburn right now. This came out of nowhere, but this message is definitely for you if you're currently experiencing heartburn. It feels as though your heart is desiring to do something, but you're holding back. It could have something to do with fear, past pains or traumas. It's like you're wanting to do something, but you're holding back because you're scared you're going to get hurt again. You're scared you're going to get burned again. And just know that the person you are now is not the person that you were then. So allow your intuition to guide you and use your discernment, but know that you have changed. And so when you change, the circumstances around you change as well. So perhaps to just have more of an open heart. Give to yourself as well. It's like give to yourself is a very strong message as well that's coming through. For some of you, for a small group of you, you're a palmist, so into palmistry, reading people's hands. For some, you read cartomancy. And for some, you work with a postal service, I'm getting. So if any of those resonate with you, this is definitely a message that's for you. So please follow it through till the end. Interesting to see what comes up. We welcome all newcomers and thank you for our dear followers that have been there with us from the beginning. We're grateful to have all of you on our channel. Let's just do a pick a card. Or maybe twin sister. Do one. Or why don't you give her a shuffle? There we go. Just the first one out, yeah, maybe. This was the first one out. Mm-hmm. Okay. Speak. Every single word you speak is a seed of intention. Choose your words wisely. So I feel some of you have a need to speak. Some of you have felt like you've been oppressed for many years of your life, and since then you've just learned it's just better and easier to just not say anything, to not speak up, just to stay closed off and not communicate what you're feeling, what you're going through, or not communicate your truth. Okay. Some of you are feeling very tired today. You might feel very tired, very drained. Some of you are coming out of a hangover or Some of you, for just no reason at all, you just feel dazed and confused and just slow motion. Yeah, slow motion today. It feels like you're very slow motion. You're taking your time getting and for some of you, if it didn't resonate with you, where you hold things in, you've learned just not to speak, kind of be more like a mute, hold things back, not communicate your truth. If that didn't resonate with you, there are some of you here that always have something to say. You're always bubbly and outgoing, and you always have something to say, and you have a lot to offer. But for some reason, this day that you're watching this video, you're at a loss for words, and you feel uncomfortable because you don't understand why. You're like, what's happening to me? I just feel like I don't know what to say.
It's not like me.
Yeah, it's just gonna feel out of your norm. And definitely that came out. Some of you may have indulged in a little too much to drink. A message that I'm hearing coming through is hang in there. It's like you're at the tail end of something, coming through on the other side. There is someone or something that you're being asked to cut out, to see the truth of the matter, the truth of the situation, to see things for what they are, for what they really are, to perhaps pull your emotions out of it and use your mind to decipher the situation. But it does feel like you're being asked to see the truth of the matter. I'm surprised, I won't be surprised if the Devil card comes out. But it feels as though...
Or the Lovers.
Yeah, it feels as though there's someone, something that you're being asked to cut out. In doing so, it will bring forth more happiness. Now, I'm also seeing I just heard a message and it slipped me. I'm not too sure. It's like for some of you, you might have children with this person. Now, this message might not be for all of you, but there's also a message coming through that on the flip side, your dreams will come true. Some of you also may have felt as though you lost your confidence somewhere along the way. Maybe you lost your confidence along the way, but nonetheless, your dreams will come to fruition. They will come to fulfillment. But you are being asked to speak. You are being asked to have strength and courage.
So there is... Okay, so here we have the Queen of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. So it does feel like some of you, with this Queen of Swords here and with this Ace of Swords, some of you are being asked definitely to speak your truth. And it's very, very clear here with these two cards, with the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords. But again, it's to choose your words delicately, okay? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. This Queen of Swords sometimes, she's in the upright, but when she's in the reverse, sometimes she can be someone who is hasty with her words, says words that are a little harsh, perhaps are a little hurtful, a little cutting, right? And so we do have this one here that says, speak, every single word you speak is a seed of intention, choose your words wisely. So for those of you that it's been a while where you've spoken your truth, when you do decide to speak your truth, make sure that you hold back a little bit of it. And what I mean is, you don't want to have an explosion come out after so many years of not speaking at all. Right? So when you are speaking, choosing the words wisely, because it feels like there's a lot of things pent up. And so when you do begin to speak, you don't want to just let all that rip, right? You want to choose wisely, and you want to stay calm and cool and collected and collaborate the words. Think of them in the mind before you speak them.
And in addition to that, I'm also hearing you might want to start off first by releasing some steam, blowing off some steam, maybe hitting a gym, maybe going for a walk, maybe going to the mountains, grabbing stones, throwing them, screaming in a pillow, whatever that looks like for you. But you might want to release some of that frustration out first. Take that time to do it beforehand to prep your vocal cords, I'm hearing, to prepare them. And also the mind, releasing any stagnant old energy that has been pent up inside of you. Find a way to do that.
And for some of you,
maybe even dancing.
For some of you, I'm seeing a scenario where it's like you haven't been out in a while, and maybe you haven't dated in a while. Maybe you've been alone for so many years and you haven't really had anyone to talk to for so many years. And maybe that was a cause of your silence, or that was a cause of, being a mute, not really saying much because you're just happier with yourself and your life is calmer that way. But I do want to say there is someone, and you will be surprised, there's someone coming into your life. There's someone coming into your life. And so what I want to say is, when I said earlier, you don't want to let that rip, right? If this is you, where you've been single for a long time, I'm hearing many years, you've been alone for a long time, many years, you haven't had many people to talk to many years, you've been a hermit for many years, and you've been happy that way, and it's been beautiful. And to each their own, right? I'm sure we've all had a time in our life where it's just easier just to be alone and just to collect your thoughts and regroup, and that's great. But I'm talking about a select few of you that have really been alone for a very long time, to the point that you're not familiar with what a conversation feels like anymore, because it's just been so long. I just keep hearing, it's been so long, but it's been so long, it's been so long. And so you're going to be surprised, because someone is going to enter your life and say, hey, you want to catch a drink? You want to catch a drink? And you won't see it, and you'll be flabbergasted and be like, but wait, what? I'm not sure. It's been so long. What do I do? Right? And all these questionings, this being in the mind, right? With this Queen of Swords. And so my suggestion here is to do a play run with, a friend or a family member or a loved one, and start getting out. Even if no one has entered your life yet, I would suggest to start getting out now. And just small talk, right? Just small talk, and just, get into the flow of it, loosen up, and just have a good time. And I'm telling you, there is someone, a counterpart. It could be a divine counterpart here, because we have the Queen of Swords and we have the King of Swords. So this can be a divine counterpart. And because you've been alone for so long, you might have that urge to turn your back on him and be like, oh no, I can't, it's been so long, what do I do, what do I do? And he's saying, yeah, I'm not going to let you go. So you want to catch that drink? Right? So, and you don't want to miss out on this opportunity, is what I'm trying to say, because there is that potential here with this Four of Cups.
Some of you...
And I do want to say that there is going to be a big attraction with this person. You're going to be attracted to him, and that's what's going to make you so anxious. Him or her, sorry. That's what's going to make you so anxious. And it was funny, because before we initiated this reading, I said to my twin sister, I'm like, I don't know why, I just feel so nervous. I feel so anxious. I don't know. I'll just follow your lead. I don't know. I'll follow your lead. And it just came out of nowhere. It was out of character for me. It just completely came out of nowhere. So some of you might be feeling that. Some of you might be feeling this energy of, it's just been so long. I don't know what to do. Like flustered.
Now, some of you might have your eye on someone and you're wanting to perhaps pursue it, but you're not sure how to do it. And for others of you, it's someone who comes into your life out of the blue and you do not see it coming. But
Practice, I'm hearing practice. Practice conversing, because to be in for so long and then to get out again, sometimes too much comes out all at once, right? It's like we let her rip. And so you just want to make sure that you have it at a slow pace, things coming out in a nice flow.
and you're cool, calm, collected, just,
Practice.
yes, hanging out.
Just go for a coffee with a friend or a loved one. Say, hey, I just need to get to the house. You want to go for coffee? And expect that it'll happen, that someone will come to you and ask you, hey, you want to go for a coffee? You want to catch a drink? However it resonates with you. What do we have here again? Yeah, it feels like for some of you that have been in solitude for so long, I'm hearing 9 years, it feels like that chapter's coming to an end. And for some of you,
It brings
the
up-
last time that you were in a relationship, you gave it your all and you gave it your heart. And it hurt. And so if something is coming up about that and you're feeling triggered by it, just know that this time around it's going to be different. And obviously use discernment. We're not saying the very next person that's going to come into your life is going to be the one. There is someone that could be coming into your life that could be a lifelong partner. That's a potential here, definitely. But you want to sift through and make sure that you're giving your time and energy to that person, right? So what I mean by that is if you meet someone, the next person that comes into your life and you meet them and you feel, well, no, I don't feel good about this person. Well, then follow your intuition, because that's not the one we're talking about. We're talking about someone here that won't break your heart. We're talking about someone here that will support you. We're talking about someone here that will help you through, communicating and speak with loving, caring words. We're talking about someone here where there's a mutual attraction. We're talking about someone here where you'll make them happy and they'll make you happy. Could be a Leo. And it doesn't have to be. The signs don't really matter. Just see it how it resonates and how it fits for you in your life. But for some of you, you're scared to give your heart again. And that's why in the beginning, the channeled messages were to give your heart purely and generously and lovingly, because that doesn't cost anything. And
also the person that you were then, you are not that person anymore. And so as I'd mentioned, it feels as though some of you have a fear to allow love in, to allow life in. And because based on past fears, based on past experiences, based on past situations. And if you think deep and you look back, you have changed. You are not that person anymore. And so as you change, that can only be reflected in your external environment. In other words, when you change, the situation around you changes. So the people that come into your life are perhaps going to provide you and allow for new experiences that you haven't experienced yet before. I'm hearing uncharted territory. So there's an opportunity, there's a potential here for you to receive what you're looking for your dreams to come true. The potential is here, but it's up to you to open yourself, to give yourself to yourself so that you can give yourself onto another. But your dreams will come to fruition. Your dreams will come to fruition. And like I said, for the very small few of you, you're being asked to cut someone or something out in order to allow this person into your life.
so I felt compelled to pull a card from the Romance Angels. And on the bottom of the deck here, it's confirming exactly what we're saying here, that there's someone new coming into your life. Okay? And what it says is, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. God bless you.
Excuse me, tribe. I just sneezed.
A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And so just know that this could be a divine couple, as I had mentioned earlier, where it's someone that won't hurt you, someone that's going to be there for the long term, someone's going to be there in the long run. And it's a beautiful new love. It's a beautiful new beginning. You'll be speaking your truths to each other. To each other, you'll be truthfully sharing a beautiful, loving commitment. And you will be attracted to each other. And this is divinely guided. This new person, this new love that's come into your life, again, use discernment. You know, some of you might have one person come in and a second person come in that might not be the right one for you, but the third person might be it. Some of you, the next person that comes in is the one that we're referring to. And you'll know and you'll feel it, and always follow your heart, always follow your own decisions. You direct your life, not these readings, right? However, this is divinely guided. I can tell you that much, and you will know this person that we're talking about. There will be no confusion. You will know. And, you know, when you meet each other, it's like you'll both feel that this is long term. And this is, I guarantee you, this is divinely guided. There are 3 people in heaven on the other side for you, for sure, on your tribe on the other side, your team on the other side. There's 3 people trying to get this together. Just when you lost hope all these years, you thought it was never going to happen. No, not for you. Here we are to say yes for you. And so that was at the bottom of the deck, the new love. The card that actually fell out is called Calling in Your Soulmate. Okay, this is beautiful. Do you see that love and support? He's behind her and he's just supporting her and loving her, and she's free to be her. Genuinely, uniquely. This is what we're talking about. That beautiful, loving support. And this says your prayers, your affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And so for some of you, you felt that it was never going to happen for you for so long that you wouldn't even know where to begin. So try praying. Try meditating on this. Try pressing pause just for a minute and just taking a look at this image. And visualizing just through this image alone, visualize that you have this type of man or woman in your life. And they're loving you and supporting you. And there's solidity there. And there's a strong foundation. And it's beautiful. You can pause and just hold this image in your heart. Hold it in your mind. And if this is what you truly want for you, some of you might have already given up. They said, no, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. I don't even want anyone. And we're here to say that could be changing for you, dear one.
And for some of you, you're males. So, you know, this image might not pertain to you, but we're not specifically referring
Well, if
to
you're a
the
male,
image.
you could envision that you have a beautiful woman to love and protect in front of you that you're supporting if you're a male, because that's a beautiful attribute that beautiful men have, is that they want to love and just be there just to support their women. So however this resonates, visualize however feeds your heart and soul the most, but do what it takes.
Now, I was hearing the words, make peace with your past and allow death. I wasn't sure why I was hearing that. And in fact, we might do a video after this one with that title. So please stay tuned for that. We will title it, Make Peace with Your Past and Allow Death. And I wasn't sure why I was hearing that. And so as these 3 cards dropped out, now I understand. So as we had mentioned, some of you are being asked to let go of something from the past. It could be a person, a thing, a situation. And the card that came out is called Healing Family Issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be your parents, can be family, can be loved ones. Most probably it is someone who is dearest, closest to you, someone that you had unconditional love for. Whatever the case may be, you are being asked, in order to allow this love in, you're being asked to make peace with your past. Make peace with it. Because the past is what helped you to evolve, grow, become that person you are presently. And so you don't want your energies to be stuck in the past. You always want to be present in the present moment. And sometimes when our emotions are stuck in the past, we block things with our own thoughts, with our own mind. And so the biggest message here is to heal family issues. Your love life can only benefit when you forgive yourself and you forgive whoever this person might be. It might be parents, it might be loved ones, it might be siblings, it might be that closest friend, whoever, whatever this is, you're really being asked to make peace with it. If this message does resonate with you, please stay tuned for the next video we're going to put up called Make Peace with Your Past and Allow Death.
And comment down
And
below
so-
as well if this does resonate with you.
Yes.
We always like to hear about other stories.
So, and when I say allow death, I'm not saying, allow someone to die. I'm saying allow that old version of you that you've outgrown, that outdated version of you that you've outgrown. Allow it to fall where it may. And so, when you heal or let go of something from the past, you make space and room. You make healthy space and room for what you really truly want to receive. And as I mentioned, your dreams will come to fruition. There's just a little bit of tweaking here that you're being asked to do. So the second card out is called Give Your Relationship a Chance. Work on your partnership. So, it could be this is the partnership within yourself. And for some of you, you're being asked to work on yourself, to work on loving yourself more today than you did yesterday. And for others of you, you might currently already be in a relationship and you're being asked to give it all you've got, to not hold back because of past experiences, to not hold back because of fear, to not hold back because of anxiety. But you're being asked to give yourself fully. For those of you who are already in relationships, you're being asked to give yourself fully. Do not hold back.
If it's with someone, obviously if it's with someone that you feel safe to give yourself fully to, if you feel this is the right person for you.
And as we mentioned, some of you might be in a relationship that you're being asked to cut out. So at that point, we're going to say, no, hold back. So place this in your life where it belongs. Take what resonates. Please do leave the rest. It might not be for you at this time. But really give to yourself. Give to yourself unconditionally. And if you're in a healthy relationship, give yourself fully to that individual. And before you can do any of that, you're really, not before you can do any of that, but the first step there, that spirit is saying is to really heal and let go of the past. Okay? And the third card out says, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So, again, this is going to be different for all of you. Those of you who are already in a relationship, and it's a healthy relationship, you're being asked to go deeper. When you give to yourself, when you speak the truth, love doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be honest. And so if there's something that scares you, or if there's something that you're concerned about, you should be with an individual and in a healthy relationship where you feel safe enough to confide in that person and say, this freaks me out, or this scares me, or, I'm concerned about this, whatever the case may be. But you're being asked to reveal your innermost self, your innermost secrets to each other. That will allow your bond to deepen.
Because there's something that you're holding back, and maybe you're holding back out of fear, what they might think or how they're going to react.
Or maybe they'll leave.
Or maybe they leave, or they won't accept you, or they won't accept it. But it's to know that to reveal this aspect of you that you're scared to share and to reveal, and so you're hiding it, to reveal it, because you'll be surprised. It might actually deepen the bond. Now, I do want to make mention as well, the bottom of the deck, this is interesting because I'm seeing another timeline here. First of all, I'll tell you about this card in a second. First of all, I want to get back to the number 3, that there's 3 people that are on the other side. I'm like choking up now. There's 3 people on the other side that are lovingly making this relationship come together. And I'm seeing it everywhere. The number 3. Some of you, it's been 3 years since your last relationship. For some of you, you've only had 3 relationships in a lifetime. The number 3, place this number 3, how it resonates for you. But the number 3 is like it's coming up very, very strong. For some of you, you can be meeting someone in 3 days. For some of you, you can be meeting someone in 3 weeks, 3 months. But within the next 3 days, try to get out if you can. Try to get out, go for a coffee, mingle.
Our videos are timeless, so whenever this video reaches you, that's when you're meant to hear it. So it's 3 days from whenever you watch this video.
But there's definitely something big here with the number 3. So now I want to talk about the other timeline that I was picking up. So this card here is at the bottom of the deck. And it says, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And so what I want to say here is, for a small group of you, there's someone from your past, someone you've already met, and you've had very strong feelings for you, and they had very strong feelings, like you had strong feelings for them, they had very strong feelings for you. But what happened was someone got involved. There was a third party situation that had occurred. Someone got in the middle of you two. So it could have been this person's mother. It could have been your father or this person's father or your mother, or a sister or a brother or a friend could have done this. Someone overstepped some boundaries, didn't want you two to come together, overstepped some boundaries, and somehow, this could have been 3 years ago for a small group of you, somehow this didn't turn out. But this was the person that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with. Vice versa for you and vice versa for this person. So this is another timeline that I'm picking up, but for a very small group of you. You could have dated for 3 years. And so this number 3 is very profound. I don't know what, I've already mentioned what I'm hearing from it, but place it in your life how it resonates for you. For some of you, you already know that there was a third person that broke this up. So that could be where the number 3 is coming into play. But it's really profound, this number 3.
And in addition to this, it says healing family issues. It could even be healing issues with an ex as well. Okay, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be family, friends, and as I mentioned,
wow,
it could
this
be
is
an
crazy,
ex.
guys. Like,
it could be an ex.
No,
It could be as we
this.
watching
Okay,
the post.
so I was just like, whoo. Okay, we want to share with you what just happened. All right, so all of a sudden, oh my goodness, I had mentioned this earlier.
Yes.
Okay, so I was picking up channeled message of it being like a postal service, and a postal service truck just drove by us and just stopped in the front of our house.
Yeah. So, and you know, it could be that your ex was a postal delivery person, right? But
you work in a postal service.
So you are being asked to release family issues and also to release someone from the past as well, separate from what my twin sister had just mentioned. So I was compelled to pull another card. And
I was feeling that earlier too, that
yes,
we need a
and
third
that's why
one.
it said forgive yourself and forgive others. So the card that came out is card number 4.
And this could be forgiving the third person that got involved, that broke this beautiful, loving relationship.
So, you know, a big message that's coming through is forgive. Card number 4, pain, hurt, anger, heartache. These are all the chains holding you back. Free yourself and forgive. And so bringing it back to, you know, making peace with your past, allow death. You know, it's very important that in that process that you also remember to forgive yourself and forgive all parties involved.
There was a lot here, beautiful friends.
So I think we are going to leave this here. We do hope these messages resonated with you. Please comment below if they hit home for you, and take a moment to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share our channel with friends and family members. loved ones. You just never know who can benefit from these messages. So
Thank you for watching.
And
And
as always, we love you from
The bottom of our hearts.
our hearts, twin A, twin B, from our hearts to yours. We love you.
Have a fabulous day. Thank you.